Hey, I'm Scar. I'm the president of GMMC, one of Mr. Emo White's best friends. And I'm here to talk about him. Mr. Emo White was pretty good overall, but soon I saw his true colors, and he changed. But more on that story later. But what happened, you might ask? Well, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's all I'm going to say. But more on that story later. But what really happened was not good. Viewer discretion is advised for those. And I'll put Mr. Emo White's name on Rec Room and Discord in the description of the video. Also, guys, by the way, I lost the audio, so this is a voiceover. So yes, it does not match the voice. Anyways, well, how did the story start? How did I meet Mr. Emo White? Well, I was scrolling on the event page one day. There was no good event, so I was just looking, and then I saw this metal concert, and I'm like, you know what, I'll join. I've seen this on the event page a couple of times before, so I guess I'll join. It's pretty high on the event page. I don't know if there's anybody in there, so I joined. It was me, two other people, and Mr. Emo White, also known as La 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 King, but we're just going to address him as Mr. Emo. So, Mr. Emo. So, I joined this metal concert, and it was just Mr. Emo White. He was the owner of it, a couple other people, and I showed him what Metallica was, because I was like, hey, I play guitar, can I show you some bands and stuff that you can add in here? And I showed him what Metallica was. He loved it. I gave him guitars, I gave him songs, and soon we were pretty good friends. He made me co-owner, and we basically run the place together, and we seemed every week we got new maps. We had, a new map for this, another map, even better. But soon he was like, hey, I want to start a motor club. And I'm like, can I help? And he was like, yes. So I joined him one time, and he was in GMMC, Green Monster Motor Club. And he was like, hey, so this is the motor club, you want to help? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And at the time, I was the only really person who knew how to, work a motor club. I was the only person with actual knowledge on a motor club. So I gave him these ranks, because he was like, hey, we need ranks. I gave him ranks. I actually made the logo, which is the skeleton riding a motorcycle. So I actually made the logo for it, and I made him a bunch of bicycles, or a bunch of motorcycles, and a bunch of other stuff for GMMC. So I gave him ranks, and he's like, ooh, vice president. Is that the second I see kind of? And I'm like, yeah. Well, we need a vice president. Scar, do you want to be it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, I helped you with the metal concert before, I guess. So that's how GMMC was born. Same with the metal concert, kind of. We started growing, and then we started changing maps a lot. Finally, we stuck with one map. And over time, we gained some friends, and some enemies, too. There was this one other motor club. It was one of the bigger ones, one of the most popular ones, called RRMC, Rebel Rose Motor Club. We had a little bit of beef with them, had a little turf war, but basically we were enemies, practically. We were KOS on their map, and they were KOS on our map. And this was a little bit later in GMMC. Before, I joined the map, and I'm like, yo, what's going on, guys? I'm ready to play guitar for this concert. And then I saw a bunch of other people in the map with the name of RRMC. They all had RRMC in their name, including Mr. Emo White. And he was like, yo, I joined this other motor club with these guys. They're really nice. And I'm like, trust me, I've seen RRMC before. Some of my friends have gotten affected by them. Can you please leave Rebel Rose? They're not good people. And I actually showed them, me and a couple of friends showed them how bad RRMC was, and we actually started to protest against them. And he's like, you know what, guys, I'm leaving RRMC. They're actually bad people. And they were basically just KOS now, and over time they KOS'd us too. So we had that beef, and we had beef, but basically, so I was, at GMMC, just, working there, and then he tried to replace me with somebody from a retired Rebel Rose member. He tried to replace me, which was a little bit weird, but I'm like, hey, don't backstab me, and he's like, yo, my bad, I'm sorry, and I'm like, you're fine. Then he tried to backstab me again, which I'm like, hey, man, do we have to have this talk again? I mean, you unfriended me, got rid of my co-owner, and he's like, yo, I'm sorry, bro, but, like, just, like, I'm actually so sorry this time. I'm like, okay, you have a little bit of trust issues, but I guess. So, that's when that got into play. Then, Mr. Emo had a boyfriend with the name of Star. Star joined GMMC, and they were friends and all that good stuff. We were friends. It was Mr. Emo White's boyfriend. And then we had this group called Egg. Egg was a spy group. We'd spy on people. But this group was especially for RRMC. We'd spy on them, they'd spy on us. And then finally, Star was like, you know what, this RRMC club doesn't seem too bad. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm leaving GMMC to join RRMC. They're a way better club. And I'm like, that's fine. Shortly after that, Mr. Emo White he broke up with Star. Shortly after that, we gained some members, and one of these members stuck out to me with the name of B9 Gorilla. Now, B9 was a funny guy, and he was actually a builder at first, but then he wanted to join the actual club, and he started, joining events more, and we became friends. We're still friends to today, but he will be in play later. Same will Star. So we had more beef. Finally, we had truce with RRMC. And RRMC, I'm apologizing now. I'm sorry for this whole war. You guys are an outstanding club. You guys are not how you used to be. Before, in the early days of GMMC, you guys were not a good club, but now you guys have changed. You're one of the best. You are, if not one of the best motor clubs now. RMC, I respect y'all, especially the owners. So basically, after that, we started doing more changes to the map. We started getting more people. And then it seemed almost every week Mr. Emo White was trying to replace me until finally he started to show his true colors. Mr. Emo White started to change a little bit. I don't know what happened, but I think he was just kind of getting used to us now, and he was trying to, change his colors. And at the time, Star was apparently calling Mr. Emo White racist at the time. And he posts on TikTok and stuff, Mr. Emo White is racist and a cheater and all this stuff. And Mr. Emo White was kind of, the main reason why he broke up with him is because Star was apparently Mr. Emo White was getting too comfortable with Star, and apparently he started showing his true colors. With that, at the time, I thought it was just Star being mad, but now, I think I know why Star left him. So, viewer discretion is advised. This is when stuff gets serious. This is when we start showing clips and other people, and it's just not just me rambling about one person. But, yeah, this is when stuff gets serious. So So, Mr. Emo White started to show his true colors. He started saying the N-word a couple of times before, and I'm like, yo, don't say that, don't say that. And I don't know, but he started showing his true colors, and then this one time, Star started talking to me more, because Mr. Emo White was like, hey, I'm retiring, I'm gonna retire and quit from Rec Room. But then he told me secretly, listen, I am retiring, but I'm not quitting Rec Room. I'm just gonna go onto a different alt account and continue playing Rec Room. And I'm like, okay, so if you're retiring, who's gonna be the president? He gave me ownership and said, you are the next president. And I'm like, okay, you're the founder, and then I'll be the president. And he's like, yeah, exactly. So he gave me ownership. I was the owner now. And Mr. Emo White was retiring and quitting Rec Room. Wink, wink. You know, he told everybody he was quitting Rec Room and retiring. Yes, he was retiring. He wasn't quitting Rec Room. He was just going on a different account. So, basically, Mr. Emo White lied to me, everybody he knows on Rec Room, and everybody in GMMC. He wasn't quitting Rec Room, even though I knew, a bunch of other people knew too. He wasn't actually quitting Rec Room, but he wasn't retiring either, because he started catching on to me. I started talking to Star more, Mr. Emo's ex, and I'm like, hey, about this whole him being racist stuff, I mean, I have seen him say before, when Mr. Emo White quote unquote said, when I get a little bit angry, I get a little bit racist. And I'm like, alright, I think that might have drawn the line for me. So I started talking to Star more. Hey, I get what you said about him being racist. I kind of get why you are trying to get him banned now. So I'm not on your side. I'm not on Mr. Emo White's side. I'm just kind of watching this happen. I'm trying to pick a side, And I told Star about some of the stuff Mr. Emo White did, and he's like, yeah, we've seen more stuff too. And then finally, Mr. Emo White, once he told me that, he lied. Mr. Emo was like, I lied to everybody, I'm not retiring, give me ownership back. And at the time, I didn't know he was lying, because he just said, hey, can I have owner? I'll give it to you right back, you just give me owner, and then I just gotta do this one thing, I'll give you owner back. And I'm like, what do you want to do? And he's like, it's a secret. And I'm like, listen, you've backstabbed me plenty of times before. You've seen me talk to Star. No. And then Mr. Emo White, me, Star, and Saving Cat, one of Mr. Emo White's friends, that he put on KOS because Star joined, Saving Cat joined Star too. So, Saving Cat and Star joined the dorm because they had a group which was trying to get Mr. Emo White taken down, and they were basically like, and before Star and Saving Cat were joining my dorm with Mr. Emo White, and while they were joining, I was like, Mr. Emo White, I heard you've been a little bit racist, what's that all about? And I don't remember the exact context, but he said the N-word in the chat, and you could tell it was that because it was N-I-G-G, and then some symbols, which you could tell it was that. And then I'm like, Mr. Emo White, you can't say that, you are white. Mr. Emo White, you are white. You cannot say that, you are racist. And he said, I don't care if I'm racist. I don't care. And that's what drew the line for me, really. I'm like, you know what, Star, I'm joining you. I'm done. So Mr. Emo White kept messaging me, hey, give me my owner back. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, you are the founder, and you are the owner of this game. You are the founder. I have to give you your owner back. But Mr. Emo White does what Mr. Emo White wants to do. Mr. Emo White does what Mr. Emo White wants to do. Mr. Emo White doesn't do what GMMC wants to do. He wants to do what he wants to do. He doesn't think about the club first. He thinks about him first. And that's why, I put the club, I don't think about what I want to do. I want to do what the club wants to do. This club is a family. We do everything together. It's not just you. I don't want a racist running my club. I do not want a racist as the owner of GMMC. I do not want this club to die. Okay, so Mr. Emo White, I'm going to have to decline that. You're not getting your owner, okay? Because I knew you were lying. And then I joined Star. Star, it was me, Star, Saving Cat, and a couple other people. We were all together trying to get Mr. Emo White taken down. So we tried to report him, and soon enough, a couple days later, I heard that apparently RRMC had been shut down. Apparently a pedophile joined the group and a bunch of other people left. About 90% of the club left RRMC, and RRMC was dead. It was gone, basically. And then a couple days later, I saw Mr. Emo White had changed his name to RRMC AHIG. I'm pretty sure it was that. Let me check. It was RRMC AHIG. So he changed his name, and his bio says RRMC owner. He was not the owner of the actual Rebel Rose Club. He just made his own club because he gave this opportunity of the actual RRMC being dead to make his own club. So he left GMMC and made RRMC his own club. He made a new map called RRMC Motor Club, and basically he copied the logo that I made, he copied the motorcycles I made, he copied the guitars I made, and he copied the map that a bunch of owners, a bunch of builders made just for GMMC, not for RMC, GMMC. Now he's threatening to copy the map and give it to a bunch of people, which I don't care. We're working on a different map. But, so, yeah. But now, we were gone. I was the owner, Mr. Emo White had left. We're done. He unfriended me, all this stuff. So, viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to show you some clips, because now we have proof of Mr. Emo White being a Naziist. He supports the Nazis, he supports Hitler. So we have some clips of that and a couple of his buddies supporting all that stuff. Okay. So we have that, and we have some clips of Star, because Star, Mr. Emo White's ex, he's a Jew. So we have some clips of Star screaming at Mr. Emo White because Star is a Jew. So Mr. Emo White supporting all the Nazis and stuff in front of Star, which is a Jew. So Star is screaming at Mr. Emo White. We have some clips of that, and we have some clips of Mr. Emo White and his buddies saying they love the Nazis. We have some clips of just a bunch of other stuff, and we have a bunch of interviews too, because it's not just going to be me yelling. We have some interviews from me, this technically is an interview, but we have an interview from Saving Cat, we have an interview from Star, yes, the one and only Star, Mr. Emo White's ex, he's known him for a while, so he's got all this stuff. So you're going to hear a bunch of stuff from me, Star, a bunch of other people. And once again, Mr. Emo White's name and Discord is going to be in the description. If you feel free to report him and then do a bunch of stuff. But GMMC's way different now with I will keep Mr. Emo White gone, and I will keep GMMC safe. But otherwise, guys, I'm going to head out. I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to show the clips in the interviews. But, bye, guys.
Today, I'll be answering questions from Scar for this interview and this documentary. I'm sorry the clip is so bad, but we unfortunately don't even have a streamer cam yet. But why does that matter? I'm still making this explosion video about Brandon Meester. I'm joking. Nah, bruh. Brandon Meester, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself. Alright. How do you know Mr. Emo, and how long have you known him? I've known him since Urban EK, and that was 6 to 8 months ago. And how I know him is he joined and he said, "Hey, I want to try out." And I said, "Okay, yeah, sure." And then we all became friends, blah, blah, blah. And yeah. What was your friendship like with him before he was racist and how he is today? My friendship was awesome with him, and it was just way awesome. He was my best friend. We would always stick to each other's sides. He would even show up to the festival, aka Punk and Rock. You know, he's such a nice guy. But now he isn't. What did you do? What did he do that made you turn against him? Sorry, I'm dyslexic. So constantly racism, and he cheated on several people. I've learned that from his exes, and I turned against him because I was like, you know what, fuck this dude. He's supporting Nazism. I'm a Jewish guy. Fuck it. So yeah. What have you seen him do? Well, I've seen a photo of him today humping an underage person, which is supposed to be on a junior account, by the way. And I've seen him doing some worse stuff that he's like been wearing shirts for Nazism. Gladly, those shirts been deleted, but I did not get any proof of that. Anything else you want to say about him? All I want to say about him is all I want to say about you, Brandon Meester, is you can go fuck yourself. Also, here's the clip of me yelling at him. Okay. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds. Alright. Do you understand what the fuck you're saying? Do you understand what you're fucking saying? Do you understand what you're fucking saying, you childish fucking baby little bitch? They fucking died for you. They fucking died for you, lad. They fucking died for you. They fucking died for you. And you're just making a joke about it. Just go fuck yourself, Brandon Meester, because you could just go fuck yourself. You think you're better than everyone when you're not. And just because saving cat was faster doesn't mean it's still called cheating. Anyways, thank you for having me here, Scar. Bye, guys. Wait.
He's a little kid, though.
He's a little kid, too.
Hail Hitler.
Hail Hitler, that's insane. I'm gonna report you for racism. How old am I?
I don't know, man.
You know how old I am, okay? Why are you supporting in Nazism?
I like it.
Dude, I'm a Jewish person. It just makes me upset.
Okay, I did it.